a welcome smile to his face. Did you feel that with Jack when you saw him?
Oh, definitely. And it's like exactly that feeling you would have got is, yeah, I'm coming back home.
Yeah, as we see a turn to start on the open face, driving into a layback hook, looking incredibly powerful and comfortable on his home break. Not every surfer on tour gets a CT venue in their backyard. And Robinson happy to be representing this region. Semi-final at Bells, so he's still feeling that momentum. Bugs, what'd you think?
Look at the speed at which he's traveling on this one. He's just attacking this wave with everything he's got. And again, two solid maneuvers.
Jack Robinson, deep off the bottom. Cole tracking on that first turn. Throws a little bit of water on that wrap and now lights up the end section. Got there nice and early, and he will lay low for the completion. Bamrose loves it. And we'll really see the first true opening exchange.
I really feel that too. I feel both of them are going to have a lot of clashes together. Jack, that's a searing snap under the lip to start with. And this wave here is really, this is a real local knowledge here, how he gets to do, you know, it flares it out the top and then drives down the face. He drives out with the lip and just stays ahead of it. And, you know, it's amazing how he's timing. He's so quick fire. He's still got to flare it a bit out the top here. See, look at that. It does a big layback snap and then drives down. He uses that foam ball to drive in front of it. That's certainly local knowledge right there.
Jack Robinson competing on his home break. He hasn't reached the quarterfinals yet.
Jack doesn't look that interested. Oh yes, he's starting to turn now. It looks like he's going to get this one for sure.
Jack Robinson needing just a 4.60. Sets up his first turn, drills it. Coming off the bottom with some speed, wraps it into the pocket. Now the local boy looking for the end section. Frames it up off the lip and rides away. Bamrose loves it. And remember, only chasing a 4.6.
Didn't quite get over the ledge, and this one here, well, nice carve there to open up with. Solid sections again. And he gets in early once again, Joey. He knows he's got to make this happen. Ooh, a little bit nervous at the front. Oh, he knows he's got a chance here. This first turn, dynamic.
So clutch for Jack Robinson.
Well, just under 25 minutes to go here, and just a 4.17 for Ewing on that first wave. The surfer from Stradbroke, and now Margaret River's own Jack Robinson's going to take off. Good size set and holds that carve for a long time. Couple of bumps to negotiate, but he does well to hang on to it. Gets back up there in the pocket, now looking for the big finish on the inside. Great lip line float. Jack just moving with so much pace through this first turn, Bugs.
Yeah, Jack's really looking on. This whole tournament he's looked on. They both have. And he'd be really up for this match. Really up for it. This is mighty. Oh, Jack is just on fire. So he just carves down the face. Hits a bit of a bump there. Has to kind of recover in the whitewater. Again, comes around that whitewater section from behind, attacks with a nice carve. And this last move here, this is world class. Big lip, huge extension and elevator, and just lands it so neatly.
Maybe see some opportunity here to potentially turn in the score that he needs. He swings. He'll get out on that open face and lay into one of those big carves. Draws it right down to the bottom of the ride. And now looks to line up this huge finish. Nice jam there. Gets there nice and early so he can get out in front of that whitewater and not risk being knocked off his feet. After a 6.37, do you see the score going there? Is just how long the surfers get to hold that first big turn.
Yeah, and this one here just carves down the face and brings it round again. It's a double overhead wave, and it's a big finish here. This is a solid wave. Love that turn. It was a critical layback in the pocket. Brings it out in front. He projects out in front of the wave so well. And Jack, this is how he knows his finish better than anyone out here. That's not a little shory finish there. Look at how he's just staying ahead of that massive foam ball coming towards him. Many have come unstuck.
Jack's turn. Robinson building some speed. Looks like he wants to ramp up again. This time a big rotation. He gets it.
Woohoo! Here we go. Crowd just going absolutely wild.
And gets the landing. One more look here.
Oh, he just had eyes for one thing here, streaking down the line. The stance, there it is, gets the rotation, gets the grab on the inside rail. And a difficult point to land as well. So you can see, hits the lip in the perfect spot. Just allows the wind there, helping him keep the board connected to his feet. Lands on the roof, then gets the rotation back around, gets the nose pointing towards the shore. And somehow just muscles his way through the trough.
He's just reacting to sections. You can see why he fell in love with this place many years ago. As we'll see Jack Robinson roll in deep off the bottom. Robbo drills the first section. Going straight up vertical, crushes it. A healthy two-turn combination. All of Margaret River getting behind Jack Robinson in a big way.
Let's have a look at the replay here of Jack Robinson. So a nice peaky takeoff and slams that first section with the layback hammer, and a second one up high into the lip. Just a really clean two-turn combination on this wave. The first turn really high risk. The second one really dynamic. Up as we look at the slow-mo here. Just laying right back into it. Just taking a leaf out of John John's book even. And making a nice smooth transition to the second turn. Look how he cut the bottom turn short because he wanted to get right up high. Gets the tail release. And wow, two-turn combination, really good stuff.
Next to eat a huge one, John Florence, Kolohe Andino, and Yago Dora getting back in the jersey after being sidelined with his injury. Stretched out wall and a hammer on the backhand of Jack Robinson. Australian digs in. Drills it vertically, falls right into the pit. Lining up another hollow section. Robinson makes it. Back to the lip line, crushes it with a backhand snap, and he will have a nice, easy fade to kick out. His wife, Julia.
No, he said it's Jack.
Kelly stays in second as we enjoy Robinson's last wave.
Very smart decision taking this wave and not letting Kelly Slater get it. Beautiful transition from turn to tube. Another quick barrel on the inside. If Kelly had got this wave, it would have been a heat change for sure.
Jersey and the way he performs. What would be a routine float, awkward fall there. And now packaging.
0.56 at that time, and I think he would have got it. And then this wave here, one of Jack Robinson just getting his stuff.
And here comes Robinson, the champ in Margaret River, with a ton of speed, pulling in to a hollow cave, gets the exit. Off the bottom, there's a beautiful down carve. The Australian throws down a backhand carve. Clean fade once again. Big rip right off the top of that wave. And just enjoying the last part of this end section. Jack Robinson throws down the hammer, unfortunately slips off, but he'll still ride away in the prone position. Always gets exciting, no matter where you are when someone gets really barreled, but especially here at Money Trees. We haven't seen a lot of that today. It's been really focused on maneuvers. Leave it to a guy like Jack to get a drainer like that. It can almost seem like they can find it on demand. Rizal, what did you see here?
Well, this is such a good G-Land wave. You can see from down the line how the wave gonna get barrels, and then come out with such an open face. And after this turn, he just kind of slowed down himself. You can see that, like, to read the waves more better, and then do a couple more turns for the scores. Yeah, I love this. I love this wave for him.
Such a cool style.
Yeah.
Effortless, super smooth. Definitely let the wave be the hero, and had so much speed before this pit, Louis.
Yeah, he just timed it perfectly. Don't think you could have got too much deeper. Look, he's just looking at the high line, what am I going to do here? And just perfectly timed into the barrel, comes out clean with so much speed. Off the bottom, beautiful carve, wrapping it all the way around that gets him back in the pocket, gets it up there one more time. One of the best waves we've seen this morning, and Jack Robinson taking full advantage of it.
That was Leo Fioravanti's prediction. If Jack could get barreled in this heat, he's going to be incredibly dangerous. Incomplete. Backside float for Robinson. Great timing off the lip. Now backhand float, knowing that he needed to get started. His best wave so far here in semifinal number 1.
And look at this set, flying down the line, setting up a beautiful snap out of the top. Gets a great float as well, comes around again, decides just to slow it up to make sure he gets some vertical surfing done, and gets up there one more time. That's a good start.
How's this screamer for Jack Robinson up in time? An absolute belt under the lip, into the pit. Robinson makes it. Backside roundhouse cutback. Driving off this section. Rock and roll float, and he will point to the tower on the reef. What a way to finish semifinal number 1.
Wow. When we nearly called it a heat, Jack Robinson, and this is what's going down as we see Jack Robinson flying down the line, coming around this section, squares up the lip really tight, comes around and upside down with a tail waft, lands nicely, and that slows him down perfectly just to get in the tube, and he's already throwing fists. And then another nice little hit, gets up in the lip one more time. There's a lot for the judges to look at here. Here we go, bang, look at that out of the lip. Comes around and squares it up one more time, drops out through the air, gets there in time to tuck under for a little tube ride, and then gets a roundhouse cutback. This transition here, right from there, throws some tail, lands, and you would have thought, oh no, maybe he's gotten caught behind, but he just puts him in the perfect position for a little tube. And then he throws the roundhouse cutback with a little hit off the top. And there was even one more lip glide to do, and he's just pointing, just going, yep, there we go. Pointing that his wife right there.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, go all the way and beat the best surfers in the world to be the champion of the event. In motion, we're watching the backhand of the Australian Jack Robinson. Flowing through some backhand arc, stomps on that one to slow down the momentum and force the slide. And a good way to change up the variety. And Jack still repositioning. He might be able to get into this one. We're already into the countdown. 3 seconds on the clock. He's up to his feet. Needs a 6.67. Hammers the first section. Blasted again under the hood. Looking for a finish. He's got to stay on his feet. And Jack Robinson shuts it down on the buzzer. Chasing a 6.67. Did this in the semifinal. Did he just do it again, Luke?
Jack coming off the bottom, vertical slash out of the top. Comes around, bashes it one more time. That section went a little bit flat. It was a little hollow, or I'd probably say he got it, but I'm not too sure. It's really hard to say. Some really good surfing out of the lip. Maybe needed a little bit more fin in that last turn, maybe. But Jack has the chance right at the end again to get the score. Has he done it?
Well, one thing we know is he doesn't get rattled when his back's against the wall. He doesn't mind taking off here in the horn sound. He's clean, he's reliable with his backside snaps, both in the most critical part of the wave. And he's not looking for the best number of the heat, Luke. Filipe has a 7.83. He needs a lot less than that at a 6.67.
I feel like the judges are going to have a long look at this. I feel like it's close.